walk you mean? What does dog walk you mean?
You don't get.
That's part of your culture. So let me.
Part of my culture?
Yeah, it is. I don't know what it means.
Wait, what's part of my culture?
Dog walking, whatever you meant by that. So
you don't get dogged out in prison for killing somebody. You get dogged out in prison.
You know why you don't get dogged out for killing somebody? Because it's their belief.
Bruh, I don't listen. I tell you what. I hate to start the year off like this.
No, you do not. You always say shit.
I'm sorry, we started this show. We get into it.
Not based on fact.
No, that's not based on fact. Again, welcome back to the new season of Opinions of Light.
And what did you bring my pink slip? Because goddamn, I'm finna quit again.
I'm Moetown Lee. This is Diddy Bear. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now you gonna disrespect the home.
Why? Is it disrespect? I said you Diddy Bear. Is that a bad thing?
You disrespecting him.
Okay, Weinstein Low.
Super disrespect.
Okay.
I'd like to introduce
Mr. Moetown Lee.
I'd like to introduce left hand man, Mr. Bear Sills, straight off the streets of College Park.
Welcome back to Opinions of Light.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
Again, welcome back. It's been a minute to Opinions of Light, a show that's based on the opinions of
one asshole and one correct modern human.
Whatever it may be. It's been a minute.
Modern.
Y'all, listen. We won't even, if y'all heard, it doesn't matter. If y'all heard what I heard, y'all would not like it. I don't like it now, but, it's been a minute, man. How you been, dog?
Fuck you. I've been good, man. How you been?
But all right, man, it's been a minute since the people seen us. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things been going on.
They've been seeing you because you stay on the internet. You posting all type of pictures and shit.
Y'all see the photos. We did a photo shoot for this upcoming season. As you see.
Who looked like he's the most sexy?
You look like all your photos.
Who the sexiest?
All your shit look like you was in a damn lineup to go to jail. Like all
him been no.
But all your shit look the same.
You ever been arrested? Have you ever been arrested?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't.
It doesn't matter. All your pictures was gangster pictures. You didn't smile and nothing on none of them.
I don't have to smile, man. I just
gotta lighten up, man. You gotta lighten up. But again, a lot of things been going on since y'all seen us last. My partner, he's been on the road. He's been in. Wait, didn't you do some TV shows or something?
I don't remember.
For Ethan Hawke. Didn't y'all do what you on the show?
I wasn't on the show.
Oh, okay.
I co-directed. No, that's a lie.
You know what I'm saying? You see,
my homeboy Killer Mike the actor, Michael Render.
He started a new show.
I did?
Yeah, you on the new show.
What show?
Conversate with Killer Mike.
Oh, yeah.
With Killer Mike.
And Dr. Cup Master Swift.
And Bear.
Yeah. And sometimes we have some guests on too.
If you haven't seen their show, you should go check it out. It's hella informative at times. Sometimes it just
go check out the episode with Moetown Lee.
I don't know why he's cut me off. Sometimes it's just flat out comedy. But one
of our best.
I like the show. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that y'all all three of y'all got different personalities, interchangeable. I think that Swift brings the comic relief. I think Swift is probably, out of all like podcasts and shows, Swift may be like the funniest person. But the thing is, he be dead ass serious. He's hilarious.
Because of his beliefs?
I don't know if he believes it, but it's hilarious, man. So y'all check out Bear on Conversate with Killer Mike. I thought he was on the show with Ethan Hawke. But, Maybe get some more cameos. He was on what was the show you was on before? I don't remember.
Oh, Ozark.
Ozark. Yeah, he was on Ozark.
Ozark. He got the the thing right. Ozark and Billions and something else. Can't remember.
As for me, since the last time y'all saw us, we had.
Oh, I'm on the Dave Chappelle special. You told me that. I haven't.
Oh, yeah, you are there. Again, just like the photos you took, looking serious. It's like, that is crazy. That is his thing, serious low. So we gonna call him serious low. But since the last time y'all seen me, we've had one music fest, and some other things, been on the road with Jagged and working, and now we back. And since we are back, we're gonna talk about some things that's going on, man.
I don't know, man. I don't want to get in no trouble, and I think you be trying to push the line.
How did I put? We're not even. We could get into that. I mean, we could talk about that.
They know what's going on, though.
What?
I do know this.
What?
And I want everybody to pay attention.
What?
Go Patriots, my home team, football team. Yeah, go Patriots.
Anybody that knows Bear,
Go Patriot.
you guys out there know.
New England Patriot. New Haven, Connecticut. You know what it is?
Nobody. So every week, Bear's from a different place. This week, he's saying he's from Connecticut. You a chameleon, dog. You've been banging College Park forever. Then you say you're from Anderson, Alabama. Yes, you've been representing College Park forever. Then you said you from Anderson, Alabama. Then you said you from New York. Then you said you're from, I won't say, we're going to leave that out. But he really is from there. But we're not going to talk about that here. You know what I'm saying? But the Super Bowl is coming up, and it is the Patriots.
Rams. And the Rams make. I don't know who playing against.
That is a tender spot.
Patriot.
That is a tender.
Oh, the Rams didn't make it? All them goddamn Rams paraphernalia you've been wearing?
I always represent the Rams. I'm loyal to my soil. Unlike other people. Listen, man, I'm from California. The only two places where you can say I'm from is Compton or Rialto. I ain't from nowhere else. I'm not from Connecticut, Anniston, College Park. Where else you from? New York? No.
What's up to my New York family? Yo, yo.
So I'm going to represent the Rams. Shout out to the Rams. Matthew Stafford, we need you to come back.
Shout out to the Chargers with the homie. Number 0, Henley. What's up with you?
I don't even think, I'm not even excited about seeing the Super Bowl this year, man. Like, shout out to Bad Bunny, but I'm not excited about seeing this because we really supposed to be in there. And I hate the Patriots. I truly dislike the Patriots. I mean,
how can you dislike a winning team?
Just because they win don't mean I got to like them. I'm loyal to my son. No. Never liked them. If this team,
you don't support the Falcons?
They're not a winning team.
Do you support the Falcons? That wasn't the question.
I don't dislike the Falcons. Do I
support the
If they play in the Patriots, I root for the Falcons, but no.
But just where you live at.
Doesn't matter. My team is the Rams.
Just where you been.
My team is the Rams. I don't have no other team. I support the Rams.
What my homeboy, what the homie, what's his name, was in the group, man, who said he tired of y'all Atlanta folks letting these out-of-towners come in, and then they only want to support our team.
Why do I have to support your team?
Because you here.
That's cool.
Get your Falcons jersey.
I'm straight. I don't wear too much red like that anyway. So I'm not going to wear the Falcons jersey. I wear the Rams jersey. Oh, okay.
Okay. That's a good reason.
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't, I represent the Rams. I'm loyal to the soil, man. It's all right. There's a lot of things in the change room, a lot of trades. As a matter of fact, the Falcon coach, I did support the Falcons because their coach initially was coaching with the Rams. He was a Rams defensive coordinator, and he was a brother. But the Falcons fired him and hired whoever, so I'm not supporting that either. We don't have enough. As a matter of fact, this go round, the NFL didn't hire any new black coaches, which is crazy. They didn't hire any new black coaches. They hired a bunch of coaches that didn't do anything in their previous stance. So I don't know, man. It's hard. Again, I watch the NFL, but I'm a Rams fan. And again, I'm always be loyal to my soil. And
They won Super Bowls before?
yeah, we won one right there at y'all stadium before.
Ho, 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 ho. Why you gotta say it like
I'm
that?
just saying,
All I asked was have y'all won one. Y'all won more than one?
yeah, multiple.
Didn't Eric Dickerson play for them?
He played for the Rams.
See, I do know something about football.
Man, but shout out, listen, man, I say this, shout out to the Falcons. I ain't mad at the Falcons, but I think that, for the Falcons, what would make me support the Falcons if they kind of did something, retire Michael Vick's jersey or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta bring back that number 7.
I heard somebody was trying to get him to hire Cam Newton back.
He wasn't on the Falcons.
I said they're trying to hire him. They want the Falcons to hire Cam Newton as a quarterback, not to bring him back. I mean, to bring him back to the NFL. They felt like he should have an opportunity to play for the Falcons. What you think about that? Or is he too old now? It's over with?
Nah, but I don't know why we even. Cam ain't getting no job, and we'll talk about him another time. But Cam ain't getting no job no time soon. And how he be doing on the podcast and all that. But that's fine, you know what I mean? Again,
That affects his football play?
yes. I mean, when you getting hired in the NFL, like when you look at the NFL and any, those teams are corporations, so they looking for a person that's gonna represent like they brand and they team. So that, you know what I mean? That's why you may look at some coaches like Eric Bieniemy, who's an amazing offensive coordinator, but he can't he doesn't. They won't give him the head coaching look. You know what I mean? But Eric Bieniemy is an amazing coordinator. He's won 3 Super Bowls as a coordinator. And then when he left, the team wasn't the same. But they won't hire him as a head coach because he doesn't fit like the CEO of the organization.
I'm just listening because I have no opinion. I don't know anything about sports like that.
I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? But again, shout out to the Patriots. Shout out to the Seattle Seahawks. I think I want the Seahawks to win that game. Sam Darnold with the USC.
You want to make
Fight on for what?
who gonna win?
What you want to wager? If you don't know about football, so you sure you want to make this bet?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to bet?
Is gambling legal?
It's a friendly bet. We don't have to bet money.
But okay, if
Gambling is legal, but
it is legal,
yeah, it's a wager amongst friends. What we betting?
we'll figure it out after the show. You better pay up.
Pay up. If you think the Patriots gonna win, that's an easy bet. That's fine. Anyway, go. Shout out to Bad Bunny is performing at halftime. You see, MAGA got their own halftime. They hot about Bad Bunny.
What do you mean? They got their own halftime.
They got a Charlie Kirk's wife, Turning Point. Yeah, Turning Point USA. They don't like the fact that Bad Bunny. First of all, he is an American.
So how in Living Color did they own?
Well, they didn't. In Living Color is the reason they have halftime show.
Right. But okay. So I'm saying
They didn't have halftime show before that.
what
No.
happened during halftime? Just analysis?
No, they was just like, all right, we gonna do a special in Living Color,
No, I'm saying what happened before.
analysis and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then in Living Color came and they did, and people tuned away from for that 30 minutes, and they was watching in Living Color. But now they got performances. We've seen some amazing performances like during, halftime. I mean, for me personally, Michael Jackson, Prince was an incredible performance.
So what's the issue with Bad Bunny?
Because he's Hispanic, you know what I'm saying? He's Puerto Rican. But the ignorant people like, oh,
Is he from the state or no?
Puerto Rico is a state.
Okay.
Puerto Rico's part of the United States. But to them,
I know Puerto Rico is part.
yeah, but I'm not saying this for you. I'm saying this for, this is a lot of people in MAGA did, and this is why his big thing during the Grammys, he was like, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. But a lot of people didn't, again, he's of Hispanic heritage. So they didn't like it. So now they got they MAGA.
Ethnic people. Is that what it is?
Yeah, but but there's nobody.
Did it last year. Who? Snoop and Dre?
Who did that?
Oh, when you was all over riding that whole Compton car.
I'm always riding the Compton car. Why do we even have to discuss? I mean, because we can get it.
I just didn't remember because I don't watch football, and I wasn't really, but I do remember you made a very big deal about Kendrick and all the subliminals. I remember it now. It's coming back to me.
Let's talk about Kendrick.
Well, no, let's not talk about Kendrick because my man, Isaac Hayes III said.
What did he say?
He said they keep just giving him Grammys for nothing. That's what Isaac Hayes.
Ain't no such thing as a gift.
They said they giving him and TDE.
First of all, let's
just because they're from the West Coast.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. First of all, shout out to Kendrick.
First of all, shout out to Isaac Hayes III.
What is he talking about? He won no Grammys.
What that mean?
We talking about Kendrick. First of all, shout out to Kendrick. He is now he have received more Grammys than any other rapper in history. Just beat Jay-Z and just surpassed Jay-Z and Kanye. So shout out to Kendrick. What you got to say about that?
You proud?
I'm extremely proud.
Yeah, because he representing the Compton car.
Not only does he represent the Compton car, I seen at the beginning of his career from now, like, he's dope. And he always represent, not only does he represent like Compton, he's just one of the people that, the way he carries himself, he always give back. And so, he focuses on making good music, whether you like it or not. Then, if we're talking about anybody else.
All right. Just make sure you already straighten out now. Don't try to
I might not like it, but
don't. What are you talking about? I might not like it. I'm a fan.
Isaac Hayes, clearly, and we can talk about, so Isaac Hayes the third, shout out Isaac Hayes the third, shout out fan base. He has an opinion on the Grammys.
It's an opinion or he has facts?
It's not fact. It is not fact. Because even when called out on the numbers, he said you win Grammys based on the proximity of where you live. And since the Grammys are based in LA, most people, in LA can win. But that's just not true. Because outside of Kendrick and Tyler, the Creator, name somebody from LA that's won the Grammy. Kill ain't from LA. Cardi B ain't from LA. Eminem ain't from LA.
He named everybody, though, and how many they won and stuff. But I think he was saying that the majority of the winners have been from California.
There's only been 2 winners from California. Kendrick won multiple times. And let's just say what it is. Ike had a problem. Let's call Ike out on it.
Who's the second person?
Kendrick and Tyler, the only 2 from LA. Doechii ain't from LA. She from Tampa, Florida.
Good point. Well, I guess he just cropped her with the TDE.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That you can't. That's just like.
Is he still saying that because TDE is there, is a more powerful influence?
So that means Outkast won an extra Grammy because Killer won one. Based on his logic, Killer's Grammy should be credited to Outkast.
First Grammy?
No. Killer's Grammy for Michael should be credited based on Isaac's theory.
20 years later?
Yeah.
I didn't understand it to mean that, but I hear what you're depending. You defending California though.
It's not about California. It's about the integrity of the Grammys. Then he turned around and said, I can see, you know what? The album of the year, rap album of the year, to me, GNX, or it could have been Clip. Then he turned around and said, dude, just Glorilla out there. That wasn't the album of the year. Man, all due respect to Glorilla. That wasn't even her best album. It was either GNX or Clip.
I think GNX was bigger. Success-wise.
No, I think
GNX
equally
wasn't bigger than the Clip.
sales-wise it was, but
Definitely.
creatively, I think that they were both good creative albums. You know, so at the end of the day, and you got to think about, people are basing, like, I think Isaac isn't looking at the overall, like, Grammy voters. We're just looking at rap, like, us, because other people ain't listening to no Glow. Like, we listen to Glow, but we listen to Glow, but I'm just saying, like, we as in black people, but Glow isn't like a crossover act. So if I'm,
Do you need to be a crossover?
but I'm saying for the voters, it ain't just, the Grammys isn't just black voters. You're looking at Latinos, you're looking at,
I think he was just addressing the rap.
but again, that only rap category isn't voted on by just black people.
I think that's what he was saying, that it should be voted on by. He was talking about this. What is it? Recreating who gets to vote for that category.
How? You saying,
I don't know how, but that's what he said. So you got to.
that's asinine. So black people are only people that's.
He didn't say black people. He just said there should be certain people who are designated, or if I heard him correctly, that should vote for the rap category stuff.
Respectfully, Ike is.
But you gotta hear everything.
I heard logic, but I know that.
And no, I'm saying, and if you didn't hear everything he said on the 2 or 3 posts, like he kind of explained it. I get that you disagree.
First of all, I disagree with the, and it's all based on the opinion. My opinion is, Ike's problem with it is it's rooted in, if you go back to last year from the Super Bowl, if you go back to the Kendrick and Drake battle and everything, he was all the way pro Drake. So all of this is based on, for me, for Ike, is rooted from the Kendrick and Drake thing. And he knows it. It wouldn't even be a problem. Like, if somebody else won, he wouldn't even, if Tyler, the Creator, run, he wouldn't be making this argument. Because Tyler has won Grammys. He didn't make this argument before. Now all of a sudden, Kendrick won. It's an LA thing. No, it's not. Just say what it is. You're a Drake fan. You still upset about the battle. We gonna call a spade a spade. If we gonna call it out, we gonna call it out. Ike, you full of shit. You know why you started this argument. You know what I mean? You started this. You started it for engagement, and we are engaging based on it. You started it because of your whole love for Drake and your disdain for Kendrick. All the Drake fans was upset about GNX. But guess what? You never mentioned Drake on the album. You walked away from that. What y'all gonna say next? That man got what, 28 Grammys?
I have nothing to say, so I just like how you go.
When Killer won the trifecta last year, people said Killer shouldn't have won it. Killer ain't from LA. Why did Killer win? In your opinion, why did Killer win the Grammy?
Because he did the work.
Exactly. And the project was dope. And people listened to the project and it was like, this is dope. Man, all this is based on opinion of what people like more. So if you're a Grammy voter, this and that, and a voter or anything, it's based on how you view it. We got a president right now that a lot of people like he shouldn't be the president. But there's a lot of people clearly that feel like he should be the president and they voted for him. So based on your opinion on what you view, it's a lot of people that don't look at it like that. Oh, you don't want to talk about who's the president? That's fine. We
If I had blanked out for a minute, I was reading.
This is, there y'all see, You know, you can go back.
Well, when you start talking about politics,
I just said based on people, the way people vote.
You just said something about
I said
voting and the president.
yes, and I'm saying I need to give my opinion on it. I said a lot of people feel like he shouldn't be the president, but the votes show he should. The votes show that Kendrick GNX won the Grammy, should win the Grammy. So damn what I Dirty was talking about.
For me,
I don't know. Just totally blanked out. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I was reading it because I ain't finna talk about your president.
I'm not even talking about him. We talking about based on people's, if it's based on some people's opinions as it pertains to voting.
For the Grammy.
Yeah. But why is that an issue? Because nobody talking about like Billie Eilish or Bieber or nothing. Why are we talking about rap? Because there's some other people who won Grammys who damn sure shouldn't have won Grammys. It had never been an issue.
Damn sure shouldn't have.
Macklemore came out and said he shouldn't have won his. So what's happened before? He said, not what we thought. Hey, man.
Who did he beat? You remember?
I know he beat.
I'm asking.
He beat Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City.
Here we go.
What you mean? Here we go. You asked me.
I'm just saying. Now you gave me your.
He said it. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying the way you. I know he beat.
No, because I know what you had something to say, but that's
No, I didn't. Cause I didn't know.
Nah, he beat Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City.
He never made you want to shoot the club up.
Nah.
Huh?
No, because I understood the dynamics of
Do
the
you
rhythm.
have a Compton tattoo or something across your back?
It's in my heart.
It's in your heart. All right.
That's dope. I used to think College Park was in your heart.
You used to?
Yeah, until you start claiming every other city that cross your path. I'd cross him. Yes, when you start saying that you was from Connecticut, bro, I was like, what the hell? Really? You ain't never represented. You like the Patriots.
Where your parents from?
My mama.
Are you stuttering?
Yes.
Where are your parents from?
My mama was born in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Where did she grow up?
My mama was raised in Inglewood, California.
Ask me where my parents were raised.
Where?
Connecticut.
That don't matter. Ain't that what you? I'm not from I'm not where I was. I'm not from Lake Charles.
Ask me where I was every year.
That don't listen. But I'm saying what?
Well, my grand.
There's the crazy. Nobody enough
time spent in New Haven or Woodbridge, Connecticut. You don't think that I can be a fan of the New England Patriots?
I didn't say you can't be a fan of the Patriots. You claim that that's where you was from.
So that's like my. Let me see, what home am I on now? Hold on. I was born
in College Park. Y'all should take.
Anderson, Alabama is where I spent the least amount of time in my entire life. College Park is where I spent the most amount of time in my entire life. And behind that is Connecticut and New York.
You put New York, you put New York at the end?
Yeah, he's giving you the least amount of time. The most amount of time is College Park, 3rd grade on. The least amount of time is Anderson, Alabama, but that's where I was born.
What does everybody think you like when people
don't matter what they
No. This got a question. And everyone out there.
Who is that? Oh.
All the people out there. Yeah, I asked you, but all the people out there, this is a question for y'all too. Everybody that knows Bear or knows of Courtney Bear Seals or Bear Loke Seals, right?
So.
Anyway, anybody that knows him, what are you synonymous with? What women? Yes. When people think Bear, what city, what place do they think of? Because I could tell you right now, ain't nobody thinking about no Connecticut, Anderson, Alabama, none of that shit.
Watch your mouth.
Don't do shit. Telling you what hell.
Why you have to take that tone of voice about places that I hold on
here to the thing? Where do you think you should not, like when they make the connection, where do they think that Courtney, Bear Seals, like when they think about you, what place should they think?
College Park.
Okay, we're done with it. Let's move on. And niggas from College Park. And it's cool. Represent.
College Park.
Exactly. You one of the people I
Put on New Haven, Connecticut too, and New York, and maybe another other place too.
Man, you would represent College Park, man.
Yeah, all day. Oh, I mean, let me put my hands down.
That is crazy. But that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be from Texas. Rest in peace to Michael 5,000 watts.
Man, I ain't gonna front. Like this, 2025 and going into 26. Like it was a tough year for like losses for me. You know what I'm saying? Like 5,000. Yeah, a real tough year. Shout out.
You had a personal relationship with 5,000.
Yeah, we've had like, I mean, a couple like for him. I originally
Is that Houston or Dallas? Houston. But the only reason why I asked that because last time I saw him was with Greg Street at Togetherland. And he hung out with Greg Street
and I had to
a long time.
I mean, because, we had to do something for Texas. So my thing was had to get watts. And, when I was managed and they brought MJG, Mike did the screw. Like every time we put out an album, he chopped and screwed it, Swisher House. We know a lot of the Texas rappers that we know of, that we know them from 5,000 watts. We know about Mike Jones and Paul Wall and Slim through Mike 5,000 watts. So shout out Mike 5,000 watts.
Is it inappropriate to ask what was the cause of death?
He's had some health issues recently. He was focused on. He started to be really focused on his health and weight, but inevitably, I don't know what happened. But it caught up to him. So we, shout out Michael Watts. Shout out to my partner. I lost a dear friend of mine. Atlanta lost a dear friend, my boy Jarrell Fonz Allen, who, for many people that in Atlanta, they know, Jarrell. I'll tell you a story about Jarrell. Jarrell was the first person, like my first friend in Atlanta, my first friend that wasn't from California. So I was here and I was working records. My guy, Super Dave, I was telling it, I'm in California and I'm like, I'm going to Atlanta. He was like, all right, you want to stay? Like, take these records. And and he gave me a list of spots, like, you should try these, go here. And if you get this record played, we stay down there and give you a job. Like, this is when we had all the No Limit stuff. And so one of the places, the biggest place here was Atlanta Live. So I go to Atlanta Live and this is like, it was packed out there. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know
back in the parking lot.
It was packed. The line outside. And Atlanta Live, for people that don't know, Atlanta Live was like, at that time, like the biggest. What was like that super cool? It was in Buckhead. And this particular night, they had Prince. Yeah. They had Prince. But I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know about Prince being there and nothing. I'm just like, all right, I know I got to go to this spot to drop these records off and try to get, So I'm out there and I'm like, damn, I'm seeing people like Heavy D, Grant Hill, all these people. Damn, this is crazy. But they like, you can't get in. I'm dressed, I got a t-shirt and some khakis on. I didn't even know if I had khakis or Dockers, whatever. I'm like, man, I got these records.
You went to Atlanta Live.
But I didn't know. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know.
I just like immediately learned.
Well, I learned I wasn't getting in. And so Jarrell was out there and Jarrell was like
Jarrell was at the door?
He was the promoter.
Uh-huh.
And Jarrell was like, it's like, man, I'm like, man, I gotta get in, get these records. And Jarrell coming from a music background and me promoting, he was like, you know what, man, like, I wouldn't normally let you in, when you dress or whatever. He's like, we work from working with Priority. He let me in and he took me around. He walked me in. He took me straight to the DJ booth. DJ DC Rain's Opinion from the tag team was DJing. again, Prince and all these people. He took me around the club and he accepted me. Like, he was just like, yo, let me tell you how to do it. And he gave me a list of like clubs and DJs and everything that I should meet from that point on. And it was like a test. He was like, yeah, go here, tell him I sent you to the, and we became friends. And every time I called Rel, and from that point on, every time I called Rel, he would just, and he never brought it back up through 20 something years of knowing him. Rel was just always that guy. You know what I mean? And so, I was really taken aback by his passing, because, we've always, talked and texted, and it was shortly after, as a matter of fact, we talked on Christmas, and we talked a day before he went to the hospital. I didn't even know he was sick or none of that. But, we talked, we joked, we shot the shit. And Rel was, and he was just this, like, you got one of them people that, whenever something bad, funny happened to you, you're like, damn, why is this person always there to see like my mishaps and shit? He was one of them people. Like one day he would always bring up to me, he used to do this club, Chili Pepper. And one day it was cold as shit, and we outside just chilling. Girls coming out, and this girls coming out, and they walking. It was bad. They walk across the parking lot,
Out the back door.
and I'm like, damn, she fine. He like holler at her. I was like, hey, come here. She turned around and come back, and I'm like, damn, okay. It seemed like she walking in slow motion, because I'm trying to think of the coldest line ever to get her. But I'm like, damn, the homies is right here. So the pressure is on. She come back, she was like, what's up? And I couldn't think of nothing. I was like, shit, so it's cold out here? I was like, it's cold out here? She was like, motherfucker, you called me back for this? And this nigga Jarrell just started laughing, ran around the club, came back around. He never let me lay that shit down.
I'm gonna never let you let.
It's fine, we all, play.
You froze up in the cold.
I froze.
It's cold out here.
I didn't know what to say, because
You looking like Mars Day. It's cold out here.
dog, and I'm just thinking like, damn, I gotta say something cold, because the homies out here watching me.
All that went through your mind when you don't call a bad, sexy, beautiful, fine female, and you were what these.
Because I had to say,
They didn't have the nuts to say nothing to her, but they had to say so.
you telling me you ain't never rolled,
So you had the game winning, and you like,
it dropped that shit.
you like, damn, all these people watching you drop them all. It happens to the best of them.
Froze. I ain't know what to say. I was like, damn.
Did you ever retaliate and did you ever,
It never, I don't even know what she,
if you out there anywhere, man, please contact us.
nah, because she probably looking like this, the lamest thing on the planet. You don't get a second chance to make first impression.
She just made you, no, it was the circumstance.
She probably terrible looking now, though.
Not with him hope. You hoping that she look like
You ever had them like the girls or like and ladies out there like, no, I'm serious. You ever had like you in high school and there was always that
don't
girl?
start it.
No, I'm serious. You ever had a girl in high school? You like, man, she bad. Dang, I want her. Like, and you was kind of like not that dude, and then you go back later on like, oh yeah, I'm that dude now. Like, I'm about to see her. You like, nigga, please. She's terrible now. Like, damn.
All the ladies from my high school, all of them is still beautiful.
That is cap. That ain't no way. Now there's some girls who wasn't bad at high school that's super bad, that grew up to be bad. I ain't noticed them. But man, you went back, dog. I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna speak on it. I ain't gonna speak on that.
You know what? There's a lot of things that you keep avoiding on speaking on. I got something that you should be that I need to just for you.
You got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds.
No, that's
You got 60 seconds.
I got something for you to speak on because
Hurry up. You got 60 seconds.
we talked about the conversation with Killer Mike, right?
Yeah, the interview with the organized noise.
Why do you keep jumping in? Well, so you know what I was going at.
I don't know what you're gonna ask.
You generally just said it. Yeah, because y'all started. I posted that shit, and my page, it's people every day that comment on it. They hot about that.
They hot about
What Sleepy
Brown.
Mhm. What's your opinion on that?
It was an amazing.
No.
Let me finish.
Don't you start dancing around. This show is called The Fingers of Light.
Yeah. It was an amazing experience to sit at the table. First of all, that's the most communication and conversation I've ever had with Ray Murray. Now, I've been around him a lot over the last 10, 15, and I'm saying a lot, not a lot, but more than I ever have over the last 50 years. So it was amazing to sit at a table with them and talk about their experiences from their perspective. Because when Sleepy started talking about the alleged friction or outlook on Puff and Big and all, I was absolutely shocked because I have never in my life heard anything remotely like that ever. Because I knew how much Big fucked with Outkast and the Dungeon Family, and I knew how much Puff loved Atlanta. So it really threw me back. I was really trying to catch up and understand, like, hold on, what are you saying? And when he said what he said, I was like, oh, that ain't true. It just ain't true.
I don't think he dissed Big.
No, I didn't say that. I'm not saying that he dissed Big. I'm saying that the perspective they had on that blew me away because I never heard
You
that.
saying it ain't true, but how do you know if he wasn't there? And that and he said it. But he said it with conviction.
I'm saying that.
I believe it's true.
I'm saying that Big would have never dissed Outkast or Rico, and definitely Puff would not have either.
I went back and looked at the video. I ain't gonna front. Hindsight 2020, it looked like Outkast in the video. You can say what you want. I'm saying my opinion. I don't have a dog in the fight. It looked like Outkast in the video getting dissed. And for the record,
Hold on. Did it look like Outkast getting dissed? Oh, stop. Did it look like Outkast getting dissed before Sleepy said it?
I never paid attention to it, but
Yes, okay.
it was. I knew it looked like
That before he said it,
yeah, look,
then I'll understand.
it
But
looked.
we've never thought that.
No. Because I never paid that much. I knew it was too. No. I knew because it's part of the song. As soon as he about that wine, I'll be creep up from behind. I knew some dudes in there getting dissed, but I never paid attention to like their outfits and what they look like. Then I went back and like, oh shit, they do look like Outkast. They dressed like they had the hats and everything like Outkast from the Players Ball video. It looked, hey.
So I'm saying again that I understand his perspective. I understand what they thought, especially how deeply they felt, or we have all felt from Atlanta. You're not from here. How we all have been.
You not either.
From the South. Dennis, Potter's Park, and Ember Point. We all have felt like New York had restricted us and dissed us and not respected us. I understand that 1,000%. But I had no idea that they thought that Puff and Big, who was down here so frequently, would ever diss them. Like, that shit is like, nah.
I mean,
I spent too much time.
that's his. I mean, based on his opinion, and he said it with conviction. He was just like, he really felt to me.
Man, it's men out here right now saying shit with conviction that are telling the absolute untruth.
I don't know, but then when I went back and looked at,
You convinced.
yeah, it looked like,
Even though you've been on a call with people close to the situation,
I
you're
don't
still
really-
convinced.
yeah, but again, I ain't gonna just call out who he called. So I'll get on the call with Bear to laugh about the interview and
To laugh.
yeah, because it was funny.
Okay. And the time you got on the phone to laugh.
No.
I thought you were
First,
on
no,
the phone.
you know what I'm saying? We get on the call. we talking about our show, but I was like, yo, did the clip from Killer Mike joint, blah, blah, blah. And we end up, it's Bear, myself, and our producer. And we having a conversation, and Bear, of course, was pro bad boy because that's where he's pro what? You pro bad boy, and it's fine. That's not even a bad thing. That's where you started, your career started with that.
I'm pro truth. I'm just pro truth.
You got to stop dancing.
I'm just pro truth.
Are you not pro bad boy?
I'm pro truth.
Anyway, again, Bear's pro bad boy. He started his career there. He spent the big part of the career. He worked with 112.
Start my career there, but go ahead.
He worked with 112. He has a connection to Bad Boy. So he's going to be pro Bad Boy. Swift said it on the show that you was going to defend it. So
because
Bob is saying anyway.
Who said it is true? Because Pat said it. I mean, Sleep said
now,
it.
I'm not talking about what Sleepy said. I'm just saying you are pro Bad Boy. Everybody know that. Let's not deny that. Anyway, we're on the phone, and Bear chooses to call two other people that were pro Bad Boy and big.
To what they call them. I'm not either. They call them credible witnesses. That's what they call.
They also pro Bad Boy.
Credible witness.
They based on their opinion. Sleepy, they were there. They were not there. They were there on the Bad Boy. They wasn't there during the Sleepy, when Sleepy described his
bro. They were there at the video. They were a part of the video. They helped put together the.
Why was Sleepy make?
They were there. That's just.
Why was Sleepy make? Okay, so that's his perspective. That's his perspective. And y'all perspective is
it's not our perspective.
You guys, how is this his perspective, but it's not y'all perspective?
Because we were there.
He was there.
He was not there when
he said no. No, he was there when he shot that Outcast video, but he was at the video when they said they went on the bus. Y'all wasn't there?
At the video when they said it went on the bus and did what?
And looked for Puff. Did you not do the interview? I was the fan watching it.
I'm just being.
Was you not?
Be clear what you're saying.
No, because you are pro Bad Boy, so you only see it.
I'm just trying to be clear what you say. Yeah, I'm just trying to be clear what you say.
Anyway, so Bear's pro Bad Boy. We don't get off of. Listen, I don't know if it happened or not, but I'm saying
thank
me and my.
Well, don't know. What are you saying? You don't know happened or not? The bus.
I don't know. None of that shit happened or not. But I know the video does look like he dissing Outkast.
Not just two niggas.
No, why would two niggas dressed like that? It's just too coincidental. Anyway, again, Bear's pro Bad Boy because Bear worked with Bad Boy. He worked with 112. And I wanted to talk to you about 112. Because clearly we see that, R&B is striving right now. We see a lot of tours, R&B tours.
R&B or?
Both.
Classic, okay.
You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of tours. We see New Edition, on tour with Boys II Men. Recently, we've seen Boys II Men on stage all together. The quartet on stage all together with Mike.
All four of them?
All four of them was on stage. I don't know about every night, but that particular night, they were on stage, and just me being a fan and that nostalgia, it just did something for me. It was, me being a fan of music, I really enjoyed it. And I thought about this, and, it's funny because we've had this discussion before. We have a episode that we did last year that we didn't put out because we ended up having a kind of disagreement. Having a disagreement about 112. So let's talk to you about 112. I'm going to ask you, do you think, what is your opinion on your honest opinion, Bear? Don't the people need it. They need it from them. Yeah, you the fifth member of 112. Would you not consider yourself the fifth member? The guys call you the fifth member of 112. So how do you what is your opinion on everything that's going on with 112? Did you ever think that they will come to this, or do you ever think that, they'll put aside their differences? How do you see this?
So first question, I guess, is did I think it would ever come to this? in my naive, immature self 20 plus years ago, I would have never thought that they would break up. But as I've grown and experienced more, I understand why groups do break up. I never would have imagined that they would stay broke up. What was the second question?
Do you think we would ever see 112 back on stage together? Do you think that they'll be able to put aside their differences? And you know what? You could talk to them. They respect you. Each one of them respect you. And but like, so, they respect you. You're a big brother then, Bear. Like, if you had to right now, they're at home, they looking at this. What is your message your honest message to 112, not the individuals, but 112 as a group?
I think for me, I have my experiences in life has caused me to lose so many lives to so many things that could be considered super serious, life or death, and having buried, quite a few people or attended quite a few funerals. For me, in having watched my mother expire, and I just realize now as a more mature, emotionally and intellectually, as a more mature person, man, and a father and a husband, I realize that certain things are not important. There's certain things should have no weight or no bearing on your decision making. And once you get rid of your ego, selfishness, immaturity, once those things are taken out of the equation, it's so much easier to make decisions. And for me, I do, in my heart of hearts, I have to believe that the four members of that group who created 112 together, and I could say along with me, because it was just me and those four guys living in New York for every album except for the third album. We stayed in Nashville, but for the most part we was in New York. Like, it was just us five. It's like if me and you was in a fraternity and we were on the same line together. That's always gonna be my line, brother. We went through whatever we went through to make it here. We're gonna always lock in with each other. So I just look at it like, whatever happened, and especially since no one is deceased, everyone is still alive, that there has to be some reconciliation, if not even for themselves, for the fans who clearly are calling for it. I think for me, that's where I had to kind of step back and shut up and feel like I don't even need to say nothing. The fans are unanimously saying, unanimously saying, hey, I want the group, whatever y'all got going on, get past it.
I think it's me personally, music lover, fan of nostalgia. For me, it's I'd want to see it, but it kind of, if New Edition as a group can go through what they went through and be on stage together, they started it, they brothers. We've seen so many people go through, much worse than what 112 is discussed as individuals, discussed in interviews. And I honestly don't think, it ain't even about, it's about the fans, it's about the love, but it's also, the group should be making the decision. And I only think the only outside voices they should listen to are people who love like the group and have an attachment, not a financial attachment, none of this, right? So I look at Mike, Q, Slim, Deron, and the only other people I would probably think would be you, K. Wells, and Puff, right? That they're from the beginning. Let's take out, ain't no money involved. That people who have this tie to like this brand name, who cares about what the brand looks like. Because I have to be honest with you, you know what I mean? No disrespect to 112, but it does not look good. Y'all can be making money. It doesn't look good with just two members in the dance. And at some point, you got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, dude, that shit look and feel good? This shit can't feel good. I look at Drew Hill with all of them people performing, and no disrespect to Drew Hill, you still got the core members, but it does not look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, damn, man, this ain't what the people want.
To be honest with you, having talked to all four of them, I honestly feel like they're very close to being, or have been very close to, a thought long and hard about definitely considering that it makes better sense for the four-member group to be together. And I think they all still love one another in some way. But I think there's some things that need to be really, truly, honestly discussed. And I think where people may have made, I fuck up all the time, so I'm able to apologize whenever I need to, like wholeheartedly, especially when I know they're all wrong, when I've discovered like, damn, I was really wrong about that. Let me correct this. So a lot of people can't be corrected, and a lot of people would rather go to hell with what they believed in rather than see where there's the ability, where there's a need for correction. And for the most part, the majority of that group is definitely open to reconciliation. And with that being said, even I say everybody involved is open for reconciliation, but I think that, everybody's really more so looking at first law of nature, self-preservation. They want for themselves, you know what I mean? I think that's taking priority, and not being able to see past that in the bigger picture is 112 being together is more beneficial in the long run than anything else. Financially, ticket sales, fans, interaction, fan engagement, the brand, the merch, everything, the touring, the songs, everything increases if those four members, in this 2026 will be the 30-year anniversary of our first album. Our first album came out in August. First single came out, or the album came out August of 1996.
Well, I mean, listen, man, I pray that they can put their differences aside and do it. I think if they even just did it one time, even if they, as a dedication for somebody, if they got on stage.
Well, don't wait till something happens to me for y'all to get.
I'm just saying, if they got up there, did something together, then they would understand, they would feel the love, and it would change their perspective. I just, hope that it's not too late, that we actually see that.
Ever too late.
It's too late if somebody, that's what I mean.
Yeah, this
like you're not promised tomorrow.
Did we just see, I just seen something on the internet, and they were saying two rappers who had been in huge beef and conflict, and people died, and people's family members been shot up, and people have gone to prison for life, and now they talking on a regular basis and been seen, kicking it and all this type of media. Niggas have died.
That's the thing. And that's why I think that, like, it's tough, because it's like, from what my understanding, the thing is petty, and it's not really people's
That's a hell of a word.
It's a petty dispute, and it's not really people that have they have their own agendas. I won't discuss that because it becomes personal, but the people with the agendas out there, they know they got agendas. I particularly, got a thing because, it's personal, because you my brother, and I just don't like the origin of the story as it pertains to the agenda that has became to you. So I just don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? I just think that person don't see the bigger picture as it becomes to the group. So you can see this, and I don't give a fuck. Like, you have your own opinion. Like, you did my nigga dirty, so fuck you. So, but I do want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just going to be honest with you, my dude.
Man, that's how you feel. Yeah. That's your perspective on it.
So 112, I do, and I don't know the rest of the members like that. I don't know Slim, Q, and Mike. I mean, Slim, Deron, and Mike like that. I have a fairly good relationship with Q. Shout out to Q Parker. Q Parker has a dope new R&B album out. It is really good. Y'all go check Q's album out. But I do want to see all four of them on stage. Just like I want to see all three I'd like to see, I just don't, if we get together, for us, if we get together and we show other people that, because that you can get together and get past like the little petty differences and stuff. If New Edition can do it, anybody else can do it.
As the men have done it. You've been court and sued.
Exactly.
That type of shit.
Yeah. So, shout out to 112. Shout out to them as individuals, and shout out to my brother for, for people that don't know the work he put in with the group and all of that, and I know we joke about the bad boy thing, and, me personally, I would even say, I know people are not going to like it, but, as a professional and a music person, shout out to Puff. Let's take away his, the personal things that people may have discrepancies for, but I personally in business don't have an issue with Puff, because the groups that I work with that was signed with Puff, he didn't do wrong by them. So, you know what I mean? I don't have, this thing with Puff, I'm a Pac fan or whatever, but at the same time, man, shout out to Puff as a music person. You know what I mean? Don't go.
I definitely got
as a music person, shout out to Puff.
I definitely got to shout out and salute him for believing in those guys. Also, K. Wells, my big brother, and Tim and Bob. Like, we spent years developing that group, man, and from discovering them at Westlake High School talent show, we spent a lot of time developing that group, and they put a lot of work in together. We went through hell living in New York, but we came through and we made some incredible records and created a real family in New York with the Hitman, with Big, with Faith, with Carl, with Mace. Shout out to Pastor Mace. That's my man.
I mean, listen, I feel like this. If me and Old Loc can put our differences to the side and come back and give our songs, if we put our if we put our differences to the side, he dislocated my shoulder. He's thrown me under the bus numerous times. He's affected my personal life. He's done everything. So, we put our differences to the side. You know what I mean? For the greater good. So, shout out to Pins Alike. This is our new season. And we got to get into our a-hole opinion of the week.
I'm sure you got plenty.
What's yours?
What's my asshole opinion of the week?
Uh-oh.
My asshole opinion of the week is, and it's terrible, because I think at lunch earlier we just had a conversation about realizing it, and me and the producer had this conversation at some point.
We call her the producer because she doesn't want us to say her name, by the way.
We could probably say her name,
Oh.
and we probably can share her Instagram and probably her phone number. We should put that up. And but anyway,
Yeah, we're gonna do a dating episode with her one time. She ain't gonna know who just put a picture. They gonna put a picture out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do. Put a picture out there 1 week, and then we gonna take all the eligible bachelors, and then we gonna sift through them. But here's the thing about that. You do it wrong or you come with bullshit, you got to mess with the look. So it's like what was that TV show where niggas get towed? What was that game? It's on they got them Squid Games. Yeah. It's like Squid Games. So you do something dirty, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
we ain't promoting her or nothing. I think she got a man. She just keep him on the wraps. Big old tall rich nigga.
Oh. We gonna put him on Squid. You gotta check him out too, man.
I mean, she keep it so quiet though, so ain't no telling. She must be straight.
That's KC player right there.
Yeah, she real player. But I don't really have an asshole opinion of the week, man. What I was gonna say, it's just something that blew my mind recently that I learned, and from the Conversate with Killer Mike podcast, really just this world ain't what I was raised to believe it is. Yeah, it's not. It's just not, man. And I don't even know how to even communicate with my kids to say it's so tough to believe in righteousness and goodness these days because the fuck shit is so accepted. And that's really fucking with me. Like, fuck shit is really acceptable. And you kind of rare if you stand apart from that shit. You know, you kind of really are a rare individual, like my homeboy Carbon would say. You're a rare individual if you can stand alone and not condone the fuck shit, the bullshit, the con artist shit, like all the shit that the most rich and famous people have been done very well selling you, that they know it's just falsehoods and bullshit. So that's the only thing I got to say.
I think you just kind of decipher like what's real and what's fake, and then go into that. The world is predicated on like,
yeah, it's a goddamn program, yeah.
You know what I mean? And just what you
the blind leading the blind.
It's what you believe in. It's just like when you look at religion and certain things, people may believe some things. Some people are like that shit.
And willing to die for it.
Yeah. So I mean, that's Bear's opinion. I actually agree with that. But my opinion of the week, I actually had a different opinion, but I had to change it. My opinion is the bigger picture. We live in a world where people look at, clips. People read one line from a story, and they make their opinions based on that. And you kind of lose sight of the bigger picture. You lose sight of what is really going on based on the clip or the story. We know from the clips that we put out with the podcast, we know from the, when we talk about the Conversate with Killer Mike and Sleepy Brown episode, we take that clip, but we miss so much of the conversation without us. We look at that clip without you going back and look at the full episode and look at the jewels and the knowledge and the journey. We forget about that because we're looking at the clips, and the clips tell us like, oh yeah, this is how he thinks. But there was a prelude to that. So when you think about, and when you put that into personal lives, when you talk about relationships or somebody like, oh, he a dog or she, she a hoe or whatever, we don't look at what she actually been through to get to that point. Like, we don't know that it could have been like the childhood trauma. It could have been something where this person doesn't look at themselves a certain way because of X, Y, Z. And there's a bigger picture. So my opinion of the week, don't live through clips. Look at the bigger picture. This has been Opinions of Light. Shout out to I am Mr. Moetown Lee.
I am Mr. Bear Sills.
A follow
straight from the streets of...
Oh, God. Follow him on Instagram, Higher Level Bear.
Higher Level Bear.
And you can follow me, Moetown, Moetown, Lee. You probably already follow me, and follow our page at Opinions Alike. Find all the episodes on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to Atlanta Voice.
Well, hold on. Before we end this, what you said your asshole opinion of the week is so absolutely accurate. And it made me think of, because people take those little clips and base their beliefs off of them. And it reminded me of a very popular saying, the jack of all trades, but a master of none. And people say that every single day, but do not know the entire story actually is uplifting the jack of all trades over the master. So we're missing, you're absolutely right, we're missing the whole point because we're only listening to a clip. We missed the lesson.
Exactly.
You know
All y'all missed the lesson out there because you listened to Bear's clip. He threw me under the...
you know the whole quote?
Give it to me.
A jack of all trade is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. That's the entire quote. Y'all missing it. Dig deeper. Do your research. Just dig deeper, man.
Research. It's funny, before we go. And I think you know what? I ain't even going to say that. Let's leave on that.
I'd like to introduce
Mr. Moetown Lee.
I'd like to introduce left hand man, Mr. Bear Sills, straight off the streets of College Park.
Welcome back to Opinions Alike.
This my opinion. This my opinion. This my opinion. This my opinion. This my opinion.